for Hyington. That was shades of the Roosters last night. Senamata Sarr on Craig Gower. Knocked it out of their hands and play on. Prince across, held by Farah. Can't offload. He spun around 3 times. Now Friend will go to dummy half, slow play the ball. No penalties here, Tigers. Friend for Lewis. Further out, Rogers into the line. Rogers has got it down for the corner. They want to check it with Billy Harrigan, but Rogers looks confident. He didn't dive, he just thought he could get the one-handed put down there.
Very incisive here, Mat Rogers. May have lost a touch of the brilliance that he possessed playing for the Sharks a decade ago, but he has scored the try here. And he's done some work to get that football down. He's been impressive since coming back from rugby union. Defensively has been very sound. And as Phil Gill pointed out first half, it's quite exciting to see him get the football in his hands, which he does do a little bit more when he goes to fullback. And there's no doubt this will be a green light and the Gold Coast Titans back to the lead.
Didn't he show some pace there? He really showed some pace when they wanted to hang off him. There's a turnover. Now, there's no doubt that Webster knocks the arm down there. That's fair enough. No knock on. Lost by McDonald. Now watch the way that Rogers, coming from the fullback position, really accelerates into the way bank. Now he'll turn it on. Puts the ball in the right hand, gets it down. And as I said in the first half, when he went back to fullback, if I was an opposition coach, I'd have been feeling a little uneasy that this man could have bobbed up in this fashion at some stage of the game.
He's a good young defender too, Dean Collis. The swerve and that acceleration took the man looking to extend the lead to 6. Straight past him, straight through him. And he just shaved the upright first half.
Rogers for a 6-point lead. Matty Rogers, oh yeah! What a superstar! For the Gold Coast Titans, scores the try. Then the sideline conversion. And this is some of the work from Mat Rogers today. 3 on his back, but now playing fullback.
And like his father did, he's modified his game later in his career. Still got that individual brilliance at time, but it's just an all-round game he's got now. Defensively very strong. And what an acquisition for the Gold Coast side as Matt Peterson out of dummy half. Still plenty of time for the opposition.
So it was a terrible thing to say in the first half, and I meant it with all due respect to Richie Mathers when he got injured. As soon as they said, you know, Matty Rogers has gone to fullback, I thought, gee whiz, that could produce something. It's funny how it works out, isn't it?
Nathan Friend on to Swain. Well, Tigers in their game plan would have been contending with Rogers being left centre for the afternoon, not fullback. Friend, Prince, runs and then trapped with the ball, but not the last tackle. Now it's tackle 5. Friend. Someone needs to kick. Friend decides to do the job. Gets it across. Fitzhenry and McDonald are shuffled between right wing and fullback all day. This time it's Fitzhenry out on the right wing, and now McDonald will get to dummy half. The Tigers will work it off their own goal line. Fulton rush back to get there.
They've got all the momentum now, the Gold Coast. Look at them revving up. They really smell a win.
Tuiaki with the ball. Runs there at Delaney and Prince.
And those 3 field goal exponents we were talking about earlier. You bet your life that if they get a chance now with the 6-point lead, they'll be looking to extend to 7.
So Tigers on tackle 4 are inside their 30. Where's the magic going to come from? Morris goes out wide. Fulton on to Collis, working out the wing of Fitzhenry. Now Fitzhenry headed back infield. Fulton keeps it alive. Hyington has it. Then on for Morris. This is superb. Morris 40 metres out from the Gold Coast line. There is still plenty of football left in this one. Fulton, Farah, last tackle Tigers, Galea, Fianawira, on for Tuiaki, big and strong, he gets over, Rogers couldn't stop him, Prince couldn't stop him, and Taniela Tuiaki scores tries in back-to-back weeks. Well, what would have stopped him? About a foot of concrete, I don't know.
Sledgehammer, that was about all. And they had a decent shot at him as well. There was a man who couldn't take him before he got to Mat Rogers. Last tackle, they took the option to it, kept it going wide. Hadn't scored a try in the opening 3 months or 2.5 months. Tuiaki now has got 2. Scott Prince came in, couldn't get him. wrestle between Mat Rogers and Tuiaki. He was too good, defend and the strength. And now a conversion to see if we get locked up once again inside the final 8 minutes.
Just Gus, they've changed the kicker as well. Shannon McDonald is going to take the shot at goal. So that is a big move to try and convert the Tuiaki try.
It's on his good side. The wind will blow this right to left. Not easy by any stretch, but he'd be feeling roughly comfortable about this one.
A 19-year-old Shannon McDonald. Here's his kick. Too much swing on it. To the left-hand side of the posts. 2-point ball game with 7 minutes remaining. 16-14. Tigers with 7 wins from their last 8 games. Titans have won their last 2. Origin 3 comes up on July 4. It'll be full house Queensland chasing that maroon wash. And next Friday night at 7:30 you'll see Manly versus the Bulldogs. What a big game that is for the Bulldogs. Then the Warriors against the Panthers. And well done to the Warriors last night, that win over the Sharks. Ending a 6-game losing streak. So 2-point ball games. Gibbs with it for the Tigers. Back comes Gibbs. Got away from Minicello. Tackle 20 metres out from the Tigers line. Across with Payton. Payton running at Delaney. That support on his outside. Couldn't offload. Now Farah. They will keep it going left. Ben Galea. In 3 tackles. They've almost got back to the 40, the Tigers. They hold up Galea, but he does get to the red stripe. Then Farah for Morris. On for Hyington. Some of the lead-up play before Tuiaki scoring, though, so exciting from the Tigers. Robbie Farah, he'll kick before the last. They want to chase this one back. Webster, it'll go over the sideline, so it'll be a 10-metre scrum. And Tigers will look to form quickly and try and stop the clock. They need to get 6 players there, though. Here you go, you've got Chris Lawrence in the front row, Paul Fatawira second row.
They should all have to pack in.
Absolutely.
Leave them there.
Good crowd too, just under 14,000 or 13,500 here at Campbelltown. Cleared up for this afternoon.
And there was some wonderful lead up in that try to Tuiaki. Probably none better than the final pass thrown from Paul Fatawira. It was a catch and pass. Got it on expertly. As the Gold Coast Titans now look to protect this lead. The final 6 minutes, 5.5, they win the scrum.
16-14, Gold Coast in front, trailed 8-4 at half-time in a match that has produced 3 tries to 2, or rather 3 tries all, and some tough kicks early for Dean Collis. In fact, they've had 3 from the sideline, the Tigers. They're yet to convert one of their tries. On their own 20, the Gold Coast. And played by Lafranchi. Nathan Friend on for Stosic. Lafranchi, by the way, 45 tackles and 20 hit-ups. That's highest of both counts for the 2 teams here this afternoon. And he does it week after week. There's some offloads in there as well from Lafranchi. Friend, back for Prince, kicking from inside the 40. More height on the kick, though. Comes down gently there for the fullback. McDonald. And tackle number 1 is on the Tigers 40.
That's a pretty good result for the Tigers. Good pressure on the kicker. Scott Prince couldn't go long, had to go high. And second tackle, Paul Fatawira takes the ball into opposition half.
Played by Fatawira. Tuiaki on for Gibbs. Very flat there. He's 40 metres out from the Gold Coast line. Robbie Farah. They'd love a penalty here. Would make a tough one. Is it McDonald or Collis who would take the shot? Fulton goes out for Collis with Fitzhenry on his outside. Couldn't get it to him. Lewis hangs on to the tackle. 38 metres out. 4.5 minutes remaining. 2-point ball game. You'd want this every Sunday afternoon. Fitzhenry. The locals, though, would like the home team to be in front. Last tackle. Morris goes very high. It's going to come down for Delaney here. Delaney's there. Loses it. Gets it back. They say knock on Tigers. Knock on against Lawrence. So Titans come up with a ball. And straight away with Rogers. Held in the tackle of Fatawira. Now inside the final 4. They had a habit of losing close matches early in the season, the Tigers.
And every metre now for the Titans is absolute gold. There's a strong tackle from Bryce Gibbs on Chris Kaler there. Titans really need to get their kicker into a position where they can pick up some ground as Spread the ball wide. That's Cooper.
Still good to see the Titans throwing it around even at this point, leading by 2. Minicello now with the ball. They're over halfway. Stosic, he decides to offload. LaFranchi, you'd swear it was the Titans behind. Now Prince has put it down, Gus. They were playing the Wiggles hot potato. And Prince puts it down, opens the door for the Tigers. Perhaps a brute big hit here. Gibbs on Kayla. Let's put it in the frame as a brute big hit. But what about the ball movement from the Titans at this stage of the game, Gus?
Do you still like it if you're the Titans coach?
Yeah, probably not. A couple of players with cramp. Lawrence is down. Prince is down.
I thought the play out to the left was a good one because it did move the Tigers around, but the one back in field with some low percentage passing is probably not what they needed. I don't know, it might be the Merv Cartwright factor. Only came to one game for Johnny this year. They got the money. Brought him along as a lucky charm today. He's got 3 minutes, Mervyn and John Cartwright, to hang on here for a win.
The Merv Cartwright factor. We had no idea it would play such a big part today. 3 minutes remaining. Then away for Fulton. He's been good off the bench today. Collis with the ball. Collis is 40 metres out from the line. 2 minutes 50 remaining. Slow play the ball. Fitzhenry infield for Morris. Now they go deep. Something could be created on the left side. Not now when you're off your feet. And LaFranchi able to hold up McDonald, but it was building. Now Galea runs it friend to ground. 30 metres out from the line. 2.5 minutes remaining. Maybe only one more set after this one for the Tigers. Farah, they put it down again. Play on, says Archer. Farah then gets it away. Collis is running. Needs a man, needs support. He's 10 out. Peterson, Minicello all there.
That was a knock-on. Had to be a knock-on.
Tigers still with a chance. Back for Farah. Needs weight on the kick. It'll go over the dead ball line.
Just as well. That's justice. I've got no doubt in the world this was a knock-on to the Tigers. That's a knock-on.
Oh, gee. What about if that had come back to haunt the Titans? That is always a knock-on.
Hey, Bryce.
Doesn't matter which way you're facing, it's which way the ball travels, and definitely off the hand went forward from Liam Fulton. So the Gold Coast survived that one. There's now under 2 minutes remaining. Gee, there's so much to admire with the Titans in their first year in the National Rugby League. When you look at some of the heavyweights below them on the ladder, like the Broncos and the Bulldogs.
But if they do get away with this one, as it looks as though they will, with Minicello taking it forward, they'll have won more games than they've lost after half a season.
Well, every club will want a Merv Cartwright. Judged on what Gus is saying. I don't know whether you can hire him out.
Used to get us some good results out there at Penrith in the old days.
Here's Nathan Friend. Out for Prince. LaFranchi. Wonder if he wants a trip over to Auckland next week. They'll be out the Panthers, his old club.
There's young John Cartwright. That's not old John Cartwright, although he's looking older.
Friend away. Kick downfield. Big chase needed. Rogers put the kick in. Fielded by McDonald. Well, cometh the hour, cometh the man. Here's the go for the Tigers. They've got 60 seconds. They've got one set to try and conjure up a victory here in front of their home fans at Campbelltown, and they've used up 2 tackles. Now out to the left. This is the moment for Galea. Floats it high. Tuiaki, good hands. Bumps over the top of Webster. He's tackled 15 metres inside the Tigers' half. Edge of the seat stuff. Final 30 seconds of play. Fatawira for Morris. Then on for Payton. Payton runs out of options. That is tackle number 4. Robbie Farah looks up. He passes through the hands of Morris. Play on the call. Hyington's got it. Hyington looking for a one-handed offload. Close to the sideline. This is it. Last chance right now. John Morris, they're very flat. Robbie Farah. There is an overlap on the outside. Gibbs unloads for Galea. On to Fatawira. Fatawira! Tuiaki! 15 metres from the line. Still going and tackled. Webster hung on. Hung on for his life on the tackle.
What a finish.
How do you stop a rhinoceros? You just grab it by the leg. That's what Webster did. And the Titans have their 7th win for the season. What a last passage of play. This bloke has been unstoppable, and Webster just hung on and made the tackle. And a triumphant return for Scotty Prince and Anthony LaFranchi back to Campbelltown. And the Tigers, their record is still good. 7 wins from their last 9, but Hats off to the Titans. Let's go down to Ben Eichen.
Andrew Voss, the $1,000 Brute Impact Man of the Match is Anthony Lafranchi from the Gold Coast Titans. 41 hit-ups, 21 tackles. He must be a bit weary right now.
Yeah, a bit tired, but just glad we got the 2 points. A great gutty effort by us boys.
Well, great game. You go and enjoy the victory. Here's your $1,000. Back up to you, Vossi.
Thanks, mate. Thanks, Brute. Thanks very much.
Very excited, Benny Eichen. I think that 49 tackles, 21 hit-ups, I think we'll settle for it. Not about 49 hit-ups, but what an afternoon at Campbelltown. Well done to the Titans, defeating the Tigers in 9 Sunday footy by 16 points to 14.